Hi, it's Joanne. I am making a Mermaid Treasures video today. It took me a while to get myself going, and here it is. There's some treasures at the end that I'll share with you that I dug my own self. So please subscribe and like and leave a little comment if you please. And thanks for watching. Now for some decoration for these pages. I'll take you through a few of the pages that I've decorated. Right here, I'm just adding some pastels to some crocheted doily C, what do I call it? C setting. I don't want that to be so white, so I'm taking some greens and some blues, and I'm just gonna just move them around on the page and try to make it a little more sea or ocean-like. So I hope that effect comes across on the camera. I also took out these alcohol inks and changed my mind on using them on this page. I thought I would squirt them a bit, and then it would make it um, too much discoloring here. So, but I did use them on the rest of the journal. I started using alcohol inks for the first time today. I got some for Christmas, and yeah, I used my ink pad first because I wanted some blue, and I thought I would spray the distressed inks from Ranger, or is it Tim Holtz? I'm not sure. And I realized that going up too close with the alcohol inks gives you too many splotches. So you really have to hold it 2.5 feet at least above your paper in order to get a more uh, lacy coverage, I want to say. So I ended up spraying my whole everything on the desk. Yeah, I should have put it inside of a cardboard box, but I even sprayed the back of the digital prints because when you spray it, it obviously goes through. But you know, I kind of like that look. I kind of ended up having some of those be really my favorite. So here's some of the colors, and why not add some glitter, right? Glitter looks good in the ocean, sparkly, treasures. I took this golden polymer in because I couldn't find my gesso, and I decided to paint that on there and then spray it and put tons of glitter all over it, just sprinkle glitter. And in the end, I liked the end results. I liked the product. Got it all over myself, of course, but that's part of the fun of working with your hands, unless it's glue. Then I have to put the gloves on, if I remember. I do have a little pile of gloves that I need to remember that I have sometimes. But this distressed ink spray was really pretty colors. Really like those colors. I just combined a bunch of the blues and the purples and the greens, and then put in some bronze and then some silver here and there. And the back of the papers looked kind of interesting, as I just said. I also used my coffee dyed papers and my avocado dyed papers. Here's avocado dyed that I just added a little of that distressed ink and in the bottle, and thought it was pretty interesting. And then I revisited this stamped um, and spray technique again because I liked how that looked, and I put some gold on it this time. I switched them up with the gold and the silver and the bronze. And so this is another example. I like the glitter. I like the colors, but I'm feeling like it's missing something. And I don't want to like keep adding pockets and flips and, well, flips are nice, but you know, adding a pocket and adding a tuck spot, like just like everybody else does. You know, I want it to be different, and I can't like get an idea to come out of me today for some reason. Well, this week, it's been tough this week. So, plus I used copy paper, and I did these printables from a few digitals that I purchased on Etsy, and the copy paper is just so thin. Then I was watching somebody who said to get 24-pound, oh, the Book Vandal, the 24-pound paper for copying, and I did, and it's still, I don't know if I got cheap, it still doesn't feel like it's got enough. Like, this is the 24-pound, and then this is the copy paper, like the cheap Staples copy paper or Walmart, and I'm not seeing a whole different, you know, a big difference. So, I don't know, I'm just feeling like this is flimsy. So, I'm going to take this to the sewing machine, but I wanted you to see the before. Okay, so this is the before. And now, this is the sewing. I really like how the sewing machine added, me sewing with the sewing machine really added to the texture of the journal pages. And I changed the colors to purples and greens, and I feel like it really added something that it was missing. Even on this magazine page, I'm not sure about that page there, that cream page, how creative I was with that. But this I liked. And there's Brad's boots. Now, the distressed ink really came through on both sides, even though I just sprayed it on one side. And I like that shimmer and shine there. And this is what I mean, like, I'm not sure how creative that is, but, you know, it was with a gold paint pen. Now for the cover. I cut a file folder, hanging file folder, and now I'm cutting fabric 3/4 of an inch to an inch all the way around. I'm eyeballing it. So now I've chosen this paper with the map on it, with the thought of it's a treasure map, finding treasure under the sea, right? So I'm placing this, lining it up, and cut all of my corners to miter them. And I want to show you how I fold this in and then fold that to a point. So that way it comes out nice and smooth, and once you sew over it or glue, whatever you want to do, it makes a nice point. So getting this all prepared and then placing my paper on top of it, I decide that what I'm going to do is bypass gluing and just straight sew. So I'm going to take this over to the sewing machine as soon as I get this all lined up. now here are the treasures. They're treasures because as a metal detector, these are some of the things that I found under the sand. I bring them home, I put them in bags. I'm never sure what I'm going to do with them. I hate to throw them away because I found them and it took a lot of hours and a lot of bottle caps and a lot of pennies and a lot of pull tabs from cans. I have found gold, I have found a diamond ring, and I found a few wedding bands, but for the most part, I find a lot of stuff that to me it's treasure and to other people it's probably junk. But like one earring here, one earring there. It's pretty fun though. I really like doing it. I actually took my grandson for his 7th birthday metal detecting a few weeks ago, and I put a page on my Instagram of him and I going. He did the digging for me because bending over is a little challenging sometimes, but not for a 7-year-old. So these are my treasures, and I'm gluing them with the Fabri-Tac and the Aleenes and hoping that they'll stay. I ended up letting them stay overnight, and the ring fell off, but the other stuff stayed on, so I was happy with that, and happy that now some of my treasures have found a home, besides sitting in a plastic bag somewhere in my house. So I hope that you find them entertaining, but it took a lot of digging to get those treasures, let me tell you. So next, we're going to do the Crop-A-Dile. Not sure if I can do this on camera because you won't be able to see where it's shooting, but I'm going to give it a try. So I'm making my hole, marking my hole where I want it to be, which is so scientific. Watch this. Put the fingers and then go like this. Alright, there. Now for the Crop-A-Dile. I used to call it Crocodile. Alright, so I gotta make sure that I put this back to 3/16. And then go in there. I always like to test out where, like, I squeeze it to see where the hole is gonna come out, so that way I line up. And I bet if I use this little sliding thing with the measuring. Alright, now squeeze that. Got a hole. Alright. Put my Hobby Lobby eyelet. Turn this back. There's some, I'm sure having fabric down in the hole is not a good thing, so I'll dig that out. Alright, go back to the top. And then line this baby up. And then just squeeze it. I hear crunch. Now let's hope for the best. Hey, not bad. I'm going to have to use these Hobby Lobbies up. I mean, it only cost me, I think I got them on sale too. It only cost me $1.25, but alright. And now for the flip through. This is Mermaid Treasures. Why did I name it Mermaid Treasures? Because I am a metal detector, and I've got some treasures in here, and mermaid was Jessica's favorite thing, and she named her baby Ariel, and it's her birthday on February 24th, and I just had to do a journal for her again because it's her birthday, and you'll see Brad's boots. Brad's birthday was February 8th. So it's a tough month and I'm trying to make it better. So let's look at this journal. It's got a fabric cloth. That's the back. That's the nice fabric. And I don't know what this is. I don't think it's sari silk, but it's some kind of silk that I had left over from something. So let's see what's inside. I did some, as I usually do, I experiment with everything. You're going to see, if you haven't already, the Crop-A-Dile closure. I did that. And then I used some alcohol inks. So make this opening very easy. And when I first started this, I was going to abandon ship because I wasn't liking how it was turning out. I did some collaging with different fabrics, thinking, okay, it's like it's like treasures, right? All different pieces. These are some treasures that I found when I did metal detecting. In part of the video, I did talk about that. But this is what I find when I use my metal detector. Anything from what people call junk to gold earrings, silver, and pennies, and different coins attached to rocks or something. I don't know what it's attached to, but that's what I dig up. And tons of these tabs, tons. People do not throw their trash away. And bottle caps. So we have a bottle, we have a pocket in the front here, and we also have another pocket in there. I just put some Tim Holtz cards in there. So there's my ephemera. And what made me turn from bad to okay, this is okay, is doing the stitching. And there's Brad's boots. That's my signature. My son Brad. I liked this. This is my vision that I had in the beginning of doing this. I have this yarn that's really soft, and I had a vision for that. But then I lost my vision. I didn't know where to go from there. So sometimes we get stuck. And I was stuck for a while. I usually do one a week, and this one really slowed me down because I wasn't sure which direction to take it. So this is the direction I took it, and I hope you like it. If you do, please consider subscribing, and please give me a thumbs up. It always makes my day. So this is some nice map that I recently purchased from Made by Martha on YouTube. That's her name of her channel. And I entered a contest, and I won. I was so excited. I've never won anything in a long time. And Made by Martha is sending me a journal. And if you want to look that up on YouTube, go ahead, because I'm terrible about I can write things down on the bottom, but I don't know how to link it yet. So I need a good video on how to link things below. One time I did it with my daughter's help, but she's not very helpful. She likes to do it and not show me. And I want to do it and have her show me, just the opposite. Okay, so back to this journal. This is a starfish blown up. And this page right here is what got me back in the game. Okay, I had made this page, and I kept thinking, finish strong, finish strong. And my daughter, who is in heaven, was 27 years old, Jessica. And I'm going to be frank with you. She had a drug addiction, and she had something in her Facebook with a picture that said finish strong on it, and I'm just thinking of all this right now. It's giving me goosebumps because it all kinds of ties together. And you know, she didn't finish strong. She ended up dying with her baby in her belly. Her baby was 33 weeks old, and her name was Ariel. And I wished she could have finished strong, but so anyways, it got me thinking. I was really feeling, while I was trying to do this, I was feeling really depressed, and I just kept thinking about this. and how I need to finish strong and not just stop. Because when I do journals, I feel like God gave it to me, this gift. Not that I'm gifted with journals, but this gift of therapy. Because when I do it, I feel good. Mine don't come out like everybody else's. I'm not perfect at it. I'm still learning, and I really like it. And when I do it, it takes me away from my sadness. So that's why I do it, and that's why I called it Johanne's Junk Journal Life. So if you haven't skipped ahead already, thanks for listening to me. And that's what I kept in mind, finish strong. So I had to finish this. I chose this out of a magazine because of the colors. And I took a necklace apart and did a little bit of beading. And the sewing. Someone asked me, do you have a pattern? That's the traditional that I see a lot, and I try to do different things because we all do. We want to make it our own. We get ideas and then we make it our own. So this is avocado dyed paper, which is something that I tried, and then I kept the strings on when I sewed because I thought of seaweed. I thought, this is a little pile of jewels. Just pretend, right? This button that I just recovered from a coat. I'm doing a rug. I'm making a wool rug, so I bought a whole bunch of coats for the wool, and I cut the buttons off, and that one has an anchor on it, so that was perfect for here. So here we have another little display of sewing machine action, and just a little button hanging off of a bulb pin. So we have some places to journal and then some cards to accent the area. This is a 1933 songbook. And this is a digital that I printed on some very thin copy paper. And then I alcohol linked the other side, and the front side ended up like this. So this is all my alcohol ink experimenting and sewing on top of it. I really like the colors, and I learned that you have to really hold the spray. I use this one. You really have to hold it really high, like about 2.5 feet away, otherwise you'll just get what looks like the measles or some, that a child has done it. So anyways, Brad's Booth snuck up on us again. Again, that's my signature. I like to hide them in my journals because it just makes me feel happy and thinking about Brad. Jessica loved lavender, so this was inspired by her. I'm going to use this. I'm going to put this on my shelf, and when I reach 500 subscribers, this is going to be my giveaway. So in order to reach 500 subscribers and get, comments that are good and likes, that's a big deal for most of us. But my sewing machine started working better because I oiled it. My husband, who is a machinist, fixes everything. I said, what is wrong with this? He said, it needs oil. Oil. And then I started exploring all my stitches again. So this is just, it was supposed to be a pocket. And it was actually supposed to be a page, but then I was like, does that look like a little juvenile? I'll just use it as a place to journal on. And then make a little spot to put your cards in. Why roses? Why not? Look at this. I tried to do the sequins. I tried to sew them across, and all they want to do is go through the needle and stick to it. I think they're just too small, and I haven't found any big ones. So I had to glue them. Here's some coffee dyed paper with some smudges of alcohol ink. And this little belly band was just loaded up with some here and there things. I'm experimenting with my Crop-A-Dile. I loved this paper because I thought it reminded me of seaweed for some reason. And then this is a combination of all of my distressed stains, the different colors that I got for Christmas. And some crepe paper on the bottom here. This kind of made me feel like the sea, right? The dark green. And there's a mermaid. And there's not tons of mermaids floating around everywhere because the mermaid stamp that I have, I'm not really crazy about. So I made this little concoction here that could be like a paper placer, and just to add some interest. So here's some more colors. And this is my center page that just has a bunch of jewels and stuff on it. And here's the little baby that made me think of Jessica's baby Ariel. And I put these little dangly things just to make it look cool at the bottom. She's so cute, little baby. And here's a cute little mermaid. I wished I could have that stamp, but this is a printable, and I printed it on heavy cardstock, and my machine doesn't like it. My copy machine doesn't like the heavy. I'm having a hard time finding the right weight. I'm trying the 24-pound. It didn't work. I mean, it worked, but it seems like the copy paper doesn't feel like it. I did this for writing space, sewing with my sewing machine, and just for something different, right? Here's some more nice silvery distressed ink. Some nice distressed paper, just a little danglies here and there. Nothing fantastic, but I think it just adds something special. And this is my, it's just wiggling my sewing machine back and forth. And this made me think of seaweed, or maybe waves. And a nice little writing spot. And this mermaid that I got at Hobby Lobby for a little book jewelry. Just a collage, and that little book was so cute. And I thought I would insert that in there. And the lavender paper on the other side. Some more of my handy sewing. And this is a little fish on some back of some corrugated cardboard. And this is a little tuck that you can put something in there. Oh, my kitty cat is making noise behind me. And this is really accidentally pretty. That's the other side of that. I just thought that was pretty. My opinion. And some more of my avocado paper with some little danglies, and this is what I started off with. I was like, I don't know, there's not really much to that, but I kept it in. And it's a little place to tuck something. And this is the paper that I was using as a barrier on my desk. And I liked how it came out. It's got glitter, and I thought that would be nice to tuck in this beautiful antique lace. And see this? This just looks like jewels, treasures. And I didn't even realize it till just now. I was
picking it for the other side for the color. This is some kind of glassy, glossy glitter that I found at Hobby Lobby. Here's a little bottle. And then here's another little place to tuck something. Another tuck area. And then we have this little pocket in the back, and it's got a secret pocket inside. See that? So, and this flips up if I haven't glued it down. Ooh, might have glued it down. Well, it flips up. This is an earring that I found metal detecting. One time I found 2 earrings, and they were 14 karat gold. They're really small. But generally I only find 1. So that's it, my friends. So we will use this to tie it. And this is a 3/16 inch eyelet, which is kind of small. I will try to go looking for a bigger one because, I mean, my hands feels like it's kind of hard to do that, to work it. So that's it for Mermaid Treasures. I hope somebody likes it, and it was fun. And now I'm going to set it on the shelf, put it away for my 500 subscribers, and hopefully that will be soon. And somebody will be able to enjoy this and do some journaling. Thanks for being here.